This might get weird.
Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
Cheers, Grace Helbig.
Cheers, Mamrie Hart.
East Coast, West Coast, coffee mug. Are you doing a coffee at 3 p.m.?
I am. Look, we talked a lot before we started recording.
We did. We've been talking for an hour already.
Technically, this coffee was made at 2 p.m. So I'm really flirting with a dangerous evening for myself.
I poured myself a champagne.
Well, Mamrie, happy birthday.
Thank you.
We're recording the day before, but the day this comes out will be Mamrie Hart's birthday. Everyone go wish her the weirdest birthday of all time.
Oh, yeah. When this comes out, I will be 38 years old.
Whew, any thoughts on that?
Wild. I don't get in my head about aging.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm not like trying to have kids. So
Right.
I'm not being like tick, tick, tick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's more just a matter of, oh shit, pretty soon I'm going to have to plan a 40th.
Oh yeah. So oh no. Oh, the burden is on me in a couple years to plan the best 40th birthday party ever.
So in my head, I go, T-minus 2 years till there's a destination birthday trip.
And you have to write the updated version of Dirty 30. It's flirty. What were we saying? 40?
People were saying sporty 40, but I don't want to get in shape.
Yeah, you're not having a crisis and trying to run a triathlon.
No, we both do our like trainer sessions occasionally.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, anything I've done over the last few months that was like good for my body with the working out, it was completely derailed just in our first 5 days of tour.
Oh my God. We got back on Sunday night and from the Uber from the airport ordered Domino's and it arrived at the same time that we arrived home and it was just a glorious merging.
That's Chip's like go-to move. I'm going to say that's like top 10 things I love about him is he will order Domino's when you're leaving, not even tell you because he knows my order. So like when we came home from the Yin Yang Twins a couple weeks ago, he goes, well, guess what? There's Domino's on our porch. And it was, I mean, it's just
that's a hot tip
move
for all those wannabe panty droppers out there.
Yeah.
Order the Domino's remotely. Have it show up at the right time.
However, and I'll get to this later, we did do a late night order when I was with him this weekend. And it was like a drunken Taco Bell order.
Yeah.
Grace.
Uh-oh.
I bit into my Crunch Wrap. It's supposed to be black bean Crunch Wrap Supreme, no sour cream. I mean, it sounds like a cool wrap.
Yes, it does. It sounds very fun.
An actual cool wrap.
Yeah.
And that motherfucker was meat.
Wait, you told this story already.
Oh, shit. Wait, no, I haven't. No. That was a different time. I'm talking about 2 days ago.
Oh, then this is happening to you frequently.
Multiple times. That was when I left Hannah's wedding and I like couldn't eat for an hour on a desolate road. So I'm just saying, Taco Bell, get it together, y'all.
Wow. I mean, those, culinary masters are really slacking over there.
God bless. Working at a drive-thru, literally, I told you I did it 2 weeks before I moved to New York, like under the table.
Yeah.
It's the hardest thing I've ever done.
Yeah, I have nothing but respect. I do not understand how you can take an order and give an order and be programming it into a computer. I can't answer an email and talk to Elliot at the same time. So
exactly. Yeah, I can't fire a text while we're talking. And honestly, they just like put on a Janet Jackson head mic and all of a sudden it's like you should be at an airport, like telling people when to land and when to take off. It's incredible. So anyway, we had so much fun on those first few tour dates, y'all.
Shit. Thank you to Portland, Seattle, and Denver. Everyone that showed up, you were absolutely lovely. You helped us break the seal of performing live again. And I can't wait to keep performing. I'm like, I know both of us are kind of like eager to make the show a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better. And yeah, it's, I'm just so excited. It's been super fun. Oh, we have gotten a couple of like tweets and questions about like what is the show if someone wants to invite someone that doesn't listen to the podcast.
Totally. I Instagram storied this and was basically like, I mean, granted, our podcast you can kind of pick up whenever, but when we do have callbacks to Randy the Possum and etc., someone might be like, who's their friend Randy? Who are they talking about? But the show itself is like only 15 minutes of podcasting. The rest of it is just our version of stand-up, I guess. I always hate saying that because I feel like a poser.
Yeah.
But it is.
It's like storytelling, stand-up, some interactivity options throughout, and each show will be unique in each city. Just so everyone is aware that some of it will be scripted, some of it is not as scripted. So you will have a very unique and hopefully wonderful experience.
And you will see Grace and I slowly but surely turn into Quasimodo humpbacks because, bitch, I
gotta stretch. I know. I still feel like my body is going, oh, you got 2 days at home and you're not doing anything to help you out.
No, after a year and a half of no real travel, because we used to do this shit all the time. Yeah. And I truly am like, you would think that I was being put into a torture device, not just an airplane seat. Because I come out all crazy. And I tried to book Presley for a massage on my birthday. Motherfucker's booked. What have I done to myself?
You helped someone get a lot of work.
They were like, he's booked till Saturday. I was like, oh, this mother fucker.
With great power comes great responsibility to not use the right name of the person I want to continue to book.
I know. So I'm going to book him for next week. But I did go to a sauna today.
How was that?
I realized how dehydrated I am.
Yes,
I couldn't make it. I rolled out of there after 25 minutes, panting like I was, in the desert.
Yeah. No, I haven't really done anything other than like get caught up on schoolwork. Went to therapy, so like all
those
mental
are great
stuff.
things.
Those are good things. And then like get mentally prepped. Oh, the fun thing is, so before we went on tour, I got drunk and ordered like just some random costumes, like a bunch of random costumes.
Yeah, you showed up as like drunk Amazon Santa in Portland.
Well, a couple more of them showed up that I forgot that I had ordered. It was just me going, I'll order these and then I'll probably find a way to use this in the show. And they're like giant inflatable costumes.
Yeah, like that's what I love about it is we used to buy a bunch of random ass costumes for no filter shows because we would do like the dating game and whatever you're dressed as, you do puns
and
as
onesies were a huge thing back then.
But you bought all costumes that make noise.
Yeah.
There's a fan in them.
Yeah, I didn't think it through. So I bought one of those floaty guy costumes that you see in front of the car wash. It's first of all was a children's size. I tried to put it on in Portland. I didn't fit and I got really claustrophobic immediately, and then I got scared I'd have to call you to come up to my room and get me out of there.
There'd be nothing more us.
Yeah, and then I left it in the hotel room.
Well, I think I'm
that's okay.
hoping that someone who works at the hotel who
has
found it has a kid.
That's what I'm hoping too. That's, I'm going to just kind of resign to the idea that that's exactly what happened after we left.
I think it's fantastic. I mean, you could find a lot worse in a hotel room than a pristine, never been worn, floaty tubey guy costume.
Totally. On the heels of Halloween in a little over a month, you're welcome.
However, I would like to think that they found it and thought like that was part of a sexual act.
That was a kink. Yeah. And they were like, all right, we see what's been going on in here. Okay.
Speaking of crazy legs and arms.
Yes.
Girl, I watched the LuLaRoe documentary last night. Have you watched it yet?
No, what is that? I don't know what
it's called Lula Rich. It's on Amazon.
I'm writing
just real quickly because I had already known about it. So LuLaRoe was this basically like leggings and skirts and like apparel company that was this massive pyramid scheme for like the last 7 years. Like the woman who started it got so many people selling for her that they became a $1 billion company in like 12 months.
And nothing related to Lululemon.
No, isn't that wild?
Really wild. I thought that's where it was going to connect. Okay.
No, it's Lula Rich. But anyway, it's a four episode thing. You have to watch it because it just gives me like PTSD of when people I know have been in an MLM.
Yeah. Multi-level marketing scheme. Uh-oh.
And it's basically like it's basically when you watch it, it's like watching like a money cult.
Yeah. Oh, that's tough. That's tough.
You gotta watch it. But it's just so funny too, because one of the reasons why it went down is because the quality went down, and it's just a bunch of women being like, I opened those leggings and I threw up. like this, like they'd all been like in the rain and like shipped from China, and this one was like, it smelled like those stinky ass leggings in my house for 4 days. And I was like, that was me opening my tour duffel of like, here's this corduroy onesie I sweated in for 3 shows and 3 meet and greets.
Oh, when we left Denver, so I had all the podcast equipment in my suitcase, and I had no issues with it for 3 airports. And then when Elliot and I were leaving Denver, they searched my suitcase, and I was like, oh no. They opened it, and it was just my dirty underwear all on top of the entire suitcase. I was like, it's just because this woman came over. She's like, I don't even know what he's looking at in this suitcase, like pointing to the security screen or whatever. And some other guy came over and was like, I don't know. I guess it's like in that corner. I was like, I have podcast equipment in there. And then they opened it, and it's just literally my dirty underwear. And all 3 of us, and meanwhile, Denver airport's packed. But all 3 of us.
I warned you. I
know. But Denver airport was so crowded, and all 3 of us are just kind of like, and she goes, okay, you're fine. Like, let me cover it back up. But it was so blatantly just dirty underwear immediately.
My God.
Yeah.
Well, those jumpsuits we're wearing, I didn't realize how thick they were going to be.
Yeah, they're
with
a bit
the corduroy.
thick. Mm-hmm.
And like with the sweat, it like absorbs. Like I feel like I could take my onesie that I wore this past weekend and just set it up in my corner, and it would stay there like a mannequin to deflect intruders, Home Alone style. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It's no bueno. It's no bueno.
It's musky. So apologies if we meet any of you in the future and we're a bit musky.
Bit musk.
I get it. Some nights you're stuck on the couch, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. So when you get hungry, get what you want from where you want right now and right to your door with DoorDash. With over 300,000 partners, you can support your neighborhood go-tos or choose from your favorite national restaurants like Popeyes, Chipotle, and dare I say, Cheesecake Factory. Plus, it's not just restaurants. You can get groceries and other essentials delivered with DoorDash, like drinks, snacks, and other household items. Ordering is so easy. My dog could do it, but I consider her pretty intelligent. Anyone can do it. Plus, your items will be left safely outside your door when you choose contactless delivery, drop off. I use DoorDash all the time. Elliot and I hit up Cheesecake Factory more often than is probably okay or healthy or whatever. There's no judgment. I'm not judging you. Don't judge me. For a limited time, you guys can get 25% off and 0 delivery fees on your first order of $15 or more when you download the DoorDash app and enter code TMGW 2021. That's 25% off up to $10 in value and 0 delivery fees on your first order when you download the DoorDash app in the App Store and enter code TMGW 2021. Don't forget, that's code TMGW 2021 for 25% off your first order with DoorDash, subject to change. Terms apply. You spend 1/3 of your life sleeping, so you may as well make your bed fit for a queen with Brooklinen. Brooklinen set out on a mission to create beautiful, high-quality home essentials that don't cost an arm and a leg, and what a success. Brooklinen has something for every comfort need, and they're constantly launching new products, colors, and patterns. We're talking buttery soft and breathable sheets, plush and absorbent towels, cozy robes, and comfy loungewear that you'll never want to take off. They're so confident in their products. How could they not be, with over 75,000 5-star reviews, that they come with a 365-day warranty. I have a full set of Brooklinen sheets, duvet cover, pillowcases, and it is truly buttery, luxury, delicious. It makes me feel like a fancy adult that's capable of existing in the world every time I go to sleep. So why not do that for yourselves? Give yourself the comfort refresh you deserve and get it for less with Brooklinen. Go to brooklinen.com and use promo code GETWEIRD to get $20 off with a minimum purchase of $100. That's BROOKLINEN and enter promo code GETWEIRD for $20 off with a minimum purchase of $100. That's brooklinen.com, promo code GETWEIRD.
Okay, so you stayed in Denver after our shows. I continued on to Savannah, Georgia.
Yeah, how was that?
It was great. Well, I was in Savannah very little. So Chip went to college and grew up outside of Savannah he went to school at Georgia Southern University. And so it's probably like 45 minutes from Savannah.
Okay.
And his brother is a senior there. And so we were like, we got to go visit him while he's at school. Like, we've never seen him at school before, and like, you know, see how he interacts and all that jazz. And I'm worried we're not going to get there before we go back west. So I'll just fly to Savannah. I'm going to be brain dead.
Yeah.
But we'll just do it. I was like, I'll get my second wind, right?
Yeah.
And I get there and I'm just so fucking tired.
Yeah.
And he picks me up and we're driving to Statesboro. And I'm like, babe, I might just have to like have dinner and a couple drinks and like go to sleep. Like, I'm really sleepy. He goes, okay. Well, my brother did text me that they're having a frat party and it's Western themed and there's a mechanical bull.
Oh my God.
I said, do you smell that? Smells like a second wind.
Or it's the Taco Bell. Who knows?
Seriously. So I left Denver and hours later was at a frat party.
Oh my God.
At Frat Court at Georgia Southern. The entire backyard had hay spread everywhere, which like made sense in theory, but it stunk.
Oh, yeah.
It smelled like Lulu leggings.
One of our jumpsuits. Yeah.
Exactly. And there's just a inflatable ring and a mechanical bull. Sadly, I got there like right when it ended, so I didn't get on it myself. But when
That's
I tell
okay. We can't afford any injuries before the next round of shows.
Like, I wanted to do it for myself, but I was trying to be like, I'm gonna need to have more drinks. And then they shut it down. But it was so funny because the person operating it, when like two girls would get up and like booty cutoffs and like a tube top and like a pink cowboy hat, he was just like, it was like slow and controlled, and they're like, yeah. And then a guy get up there and he would just throw him off immediately.
It's great.
And then we played beer pong. And Chip and I won.
Nice. That's one of the perks of being a little bit older at those parties, is that you're way better at those games.
It might have been the only perk, because Grace, when I tell you, so we went from there to like, and it was all outdoors. And then we went to like this big fucking bar. And mind you, I don't know why in my head I was like, oh, Chip went to this commuter school, kind of like Grace. Yeah. You know, it was probably very low key.
Yeah.
No, he went to a fucking party school.
Wow.
And it was just like, I mean, just clone after clone of blonde Southern girl.
Oh yeah.
It was so wild. I was really thrown off. But so I'm just like, okay, let's just take shots. Let's do our thing. I go up to the bar. I'm like, what kind of gin do you have? They said, gin. I said,
where do you think you are?
I said, give me a Mick Ultra. Like, I couldn't. I asked for my lemon drop shots to be Tito's, and you would have thought that I went in there and asked for Dom Perignon.
A martini, yeah.
It was so funny. But really, when I was looking around, truly, and I know by the time you're hearing this, you can't even believe it that I'm 38 years old, but I truly thought I was looking at like 11-year-olds.
Children, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I wanted to smack drinks out of people's hands. Like, if I was like, if you look like this to me, do I look like the Tales from the Crypt?
Probably.
Crypt Keeper?
Yeah, you do.
No, Grace, don't say that. This is a sensitive day.
That man was wise and a great storyteller.
Yes, yeah, he was. He was fantastic. Great at puns.
Yes.
Fantastic laugh. So anyway, I was just like, I don't know if you've been on a college campus lately, but it truly looks like kids dressing as adults.
Yeah,
partying.
And that's what we looked like, and we thought we were so old. I can't believe my parents let me move to New York after I graduated college.
That's what I said to Chip. I go, okay. I was like, his brother is super smart and like, you know, does all the engineering and management and like does internships every summer. Like nothing that I did. But he is so sweet and innocent.
Yeah.
And I was like, can you believe that when I was his age, I was 6 months from moving to New York with like $400 to my name?
It's fucking crazy. It's crazy.
How?
I don't get it.
Babies.
I don't understand it. But congratulations on surviving.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing like being exhausted than going to a frat party with a mechanical bull.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
I have a story for you that I'm just putting together in my head now from this article that I'm reading, that this is going to be something that happens in Chicago this weekend.
What is it?
So I read this article that says Chicago suburb attempts world record for largest dog wedding ceremony.
What day is it? What day is it?
On Saturday.
What day do we get there?
On Saturday.
Wait, what time is it?
I don't know.
So we can take this offline, but I will change my flight. No,
but let me just give you the heads up. So the organizers are attempting in Chicago, they're hoping to gather more than 178 canine couples to break the record for the world's largest dog wedding ceremony. The chair of the Villa Park Community Focus on Unifying Neighbors Commission, or FUN as it's called.
Oh, that's cute.
They tried to break the record in 2008, but they only had 87 canines show up. And the record was set in Colorado in 2007 with 178. So they're trying to invite as many dogs to this ceremony to beat the record. And if you are a pet owner who has a dog that doesn't have a mate to marry, you can participate in a round of doggy speed dating to find an appropriate spouse right before the ceremony. I know. I didn't put together that's the day of our show in Chicago.
Okay. There's so many questions. Now we have so many goals. I mean, besides like trying to get there or be a master of ceremony. I mean, like I'm allowed to marry. I'm ordained. I couldn't even think of the word. I'm so excited. I'm ordained. Besides that, I'm like, how do we get a pair of newlyweds to come to the show to congratulate them on stage?
I have a quick honeymoon.
You deserve a
for
drink,
them.
champagne toast.
Oh my God. If any of you are participating and in this during the day and plan on coming to our show at night, I'm hyperventilating a little bit.
Yeah.
Please DM us and let us know, because we would love to provide some sort of, wedding gift of sorts.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I was reading this story.
A first dance, they could come cut the cake.
Oh my God. We could have we just turned our show into an entire wedding ceremony.
Chicago's like, we kind of got gypped.
Yeah.
Where's all the stand-up we heard about?
You specifically told us exactly what the show would be, and it's not this at all.
They're like, you don't do interviews on your podcast, but you just interviewed a dog?
2 of them. And they're married.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah, I didn't put it in context till right now. Wow.
Send me the article and let's see what we can do.
Yes.
When I was on my flight to Savannah, there was a 16-year-old dachshund who was wearing a football jersey.
Oh.
And the owner was wearing a matching football jersey.
Cute.
And the back of them said play ball. But what killed me is I didn't notice this dachshund until, and I've been there before with Beans.
Yeah.
She was carrying him to the bathroom, but she was carrying him like he was sitting up, like he was almost like in a
baby.
Yeah, truly. Like all of a sudden, I just see an old ass dachshund in a football jersey walking past me. I was like, what? Well, I had like my camera ready for when they came back. I was freaking out, and she was just like, she goes, "We're just a couple of football girls." I heard her say that to a passenger. I was like, what is happening? And he was like all gray and definitely like, what the fuck is up? But
amazing.
It was, I mean, I would have attended that dog's nuptials for sure.
100%. And to attend 187 nuptials. I got to get more details on this. I got to find out what time it is and if it will work out for us. It's in a Chicago suburb, so I'm not exactly sure.
Right. That could be 2 hours outside of Chicago.
Who knows? Truly.
You know what? The champagne. I'm gonna have to get off of here soon, and we're gonna cut to some live shows, because I just realized I have a friggin' ball of conditioner in my hair. So I went to that sauna, and they had showers, and I was like, ooh, okay, hell yeah, I'll use their stuff. I get there, I wash my hair with their hippie Dr. Bronner's stuff, the thing that's like, this thing can like ignite your car and also be deodorant.
Yeah.
And so I do it, and I'm like, I don't think this is, I don't like using, this is soap / shampoo.
Yeah.
I feel like it mats up my hair. So I used it, and then they had a big thing of conditioner, and it was like a hippie fucking conditioner.
Yeah.
Did nothing.
Yeah.
So I gave up. So now I'm just rocking some slimy bangs. But anyway, you guys, like we said, we only do like a few minutes of podcasting. So we thought we'd like cut to that.
Yeah.
The first one will be from our Portland show, which was super duper fun.
So fun. Our very first show.
Yeah, exactly. But we
Yes.
hope you guys enjoy, and we hope if you're thinking about coming,
Yes.
friggin' do it. We're not adding
it.
more dates. We're tired.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. These two crypt keepers can only go for so long.
We would love to see you in Minneapolis, Detroit, or Chicago
Yes.
this weekend.
Yes.
And it'll get weird.
When it comes to building better habits and making healthy decisions, the world isn't always black and white. We don't need to label things good or bad, and you don't need rules to get healthier. You just need knowledge and wisdom to help you build smarter, more sustainable habits. Noom is here to make taking care of your health empowering, not stress-inducing. They use a cognitive behavioral approach that personalizes a program to help you better understand and, change habits that you want to change. Plus, if you have an off day, they help you get back on track. All you need is a daily 10-minute check-in, no grueling early mornings or huge chunks out of your day. They also have a really great recipe library on there that you can filter through types of greens that you might need in a meal or budget conscious. There's lots of things to go through on that program. Start building better habits for healthier long-term results. Sign up for your trial at noom.com/weird. That's NOOM.com/weird to start your trial today. HelloFresh is all about taking all that meal planning, prepping, and grocery shopping off your plate and putting more delicious seasonal recipes on your plate. They offer 50 menu and market items to choose from each week, from vegetarian meals and calorie-smart choices to extra special gourmet options. There's something for everyone to enjoy, with recipes designed and tested by professional chefs and nutritional experts to ensure deliciousness and simplicity. Here's how easy it is. You can customize your order on the app in mere minutes, whether you need to change delivery days, food preferences, plan size, or even skip a week. It's super easy. When your box shows up, you'll have pre-portioned ingredients and recipes, and with about, half an hour and a little magic, you will have dinner on the table. You guys know I love HelloFresh. I use it all the time. I made Elliot and I the burgers with special sauce last night, and it was special, it was saucy, and it was delicious, and I did it all by myself. And you can too if you want. Go to hellofresh.com/TMGW14 and use code TMGW14 for up to 14 free meals, including free shipping. That's hellofresh.com/TMGW14 and code TMGW14 for up to 14 free meals plus free shipping. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit.
I'm so happy to be here. We've already said that. Let's talk shop.
Okay, what do you got to talk about?
Have you heard about the entomologist in Australia?
I've heard of entomology, I've heard of Australia, not the two together.
So entomology is a study of bugs.
Yeah.
Right? There's this guy, Brian Lessard, and there's this incredible new rainbow beetle that he has, as an entomologist, a professional, named the RuPaul. And there's like a side-by-side of a runway look that RuPaul had and this beetle, similar. And because the beetle is all like, the entomologist said, it's very rainbow, has legs for days, and it has a horn that it tucks between its legs.
That's for real?
That's a real, girl, I'm up on my bug news. Fucking love bugs.
I mean, does Ru have to sign off on that? I assume not.
I don't think so.
I don't know the world of
They're not
etymology.
making money on beetles.
But also, who gets to approve that? Can you just put in a piece of paper that's like, I saw this bug, no one's named it yet. I think it looks like Danny DeVito bug. It's little, it means well, and it's really funny, and you can't kill it.
Well, if you are the...
I'm saying his career.
Saying if you find something, then you inherently think you can name it. So he named it RuPaul, but a lot of other entomologists don't like this guy because he previously...
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I just took a huge shot of tequila. He previously found a fly and named it Beyonce Fly. This is real. Yeah, it wasn't on fly.com/weirdo.
Which is what I would trust more for etymology news.
Look, I'm into bugs, and this guy is the cool guy of bugs.
Okay.
You're welcome. That's all I had to say.
I had an app idea.
Oh,
Yeah.
mozzarella sticks after the show?
Yeah, big time. And tell me if this exists or that we've already talked about this.
Oh, God. You're
Which
asking
you
me?
can't tell me. I know.
No, I'll have to tell you.
The idea that so on our phones, which I just learned the witchcraft that you can, signify a person's face that is a friend of yours, and then that will automatically sift through all of your photos and find photos of that person.
Yeah, you can go to like your albums, your slow-mo,
Which
your
is really
time-lapse
funny because I used it for you for your birthday last year to try and post what do I have on my phone without me having to go through. And if I designate one photo versus a different photo of you, it finds a wide variety of photos of you on my phone.
What does it think I am? The hot female gremlin?
It always finds you. It always finds you. But it's just interesting that it'll find more if I set your actual profile to a different picture. Mm-hmm. I wonder, is there an app? Because I recently saw some celebrity broke up, but the way that everyone knew for sure that they did is that they wiped their social media clean of this person. Is there an X app where you can go, this is my ex, I know this is $1 billion idea. I hope no one's recording a second of this conversation right now. Where you go, this is my ex, and I would like you to wipe everything. Wipe my Instagram photos of this person that you find via face recognition.
But could it also wipe everything from the camera roll? Because
Yes,
when
that
you're talking
too.
about Instagrams, unless you're fucking a vlogger couple, you could pretty much go in and be like, every 8th photo, you sparse them out. We sparse them out.
But also, the idea of going in and having to relive every memory by being delete. Oh, fuck, this one, I thought he looked cute, and I was doing him a favor by posting delete.
Yeah.
If there's one that we just go, this is the person, and bam, they're all gone.
I think that's great.
Yeah, I'm, gonna take it somewhere.
Have you...
You don't know how Silicon Valley works, and neither do I, but I'm gonna take it there.
Silicon Valley,
One ticket to Silicon Valley, please. No return, because I'm gonna find myself there. Yeah, that's how I imagine it works.
Do you have any names for it yet?
No. If you want a workshop, go for it.
What's my fucking cut?
X my ex? I don't know. It also, anything that you could come up with sounds like a MTV reality show.
That's true. Oh,
Yeah.
there's so many. I don't like the reality shows that make people hang out with their exes.
You don't.
No.
That's what Bachelor in Paradise is.
No. But that's only because they became exes from being a Bachelor in Paradise.
Right, so what do you don't, what's the
I
don't
don't
that you
like X on the beach, X marks
Have
the
you
spot.
watched them?
No, are they good?
So it's pretty good. Yeah. X on the Beach is so dumb, and it gets dumber, and it gets dumber, and everyone agrees to it. That's the best part. And they always shoot in Hawaii, but they're smoking weed, and they can't show them. I don't know if anyone has ever seen this part of the show, but I fucking love these moments where they're clearly all working out at the end of the night, but also smoking weed, and they'll have a conversation that producers want to be caught on camera, but they can't show them smoking. So they'll tilt the camera, but you just see this fog come into the screen. And it's they're not smoking cigarettes indoors for sure, no. Okay, it's wild how they try to cut out different things. I love it.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay.
That's all I gotta say about that. Yeah.
I'll give it a shot, I guess.
Yeah.
I want to rot my brain some more.
Honestly, it's very interesting.
Okay, well, speaking of sexy stuff. Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
Is there a cat in the audience?
A couple weeks ago, I forgot to tell you. You know when we do a podcast and then
I do know that much.
You know how we do a podcast? I'll basically scroll through my camera roll past all the X's I already deleted.
Can you imagine if they were just deleted with one button?
I'll scroll through my camera roll and I'll be like, what the hell did I do this past week?
Yeah.
And to figure something to talk about.
I heard you talk about how much alcohol you buy at Costco. Yeah.
It's common. So I scrolled and I was like, what is this picture of a Starbucks and I forgot to tell you, I went through a drive-through sex shop 3 weeks ago. In North Carolina. It's true. I was driving, I went and I saw my niece off on her first day of kindergarten, and then I was like, look at that drive-thru.
I someone just went, ew, and I'm going, thank you.
I was driving back to Asheville, and I was like, I need to stop for gas and also for some caffeine, for some Starbucks, some egg white bites. Who knows about? They're close to poached, right?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
They're really good. So I was like, la-di-da-di-da. And I realized right beside the Starbucks was a drive-through sex store.
At what moment did you realize, like, what was the tip-off for you?
It was named something sexy and it said drive-through.
All right, got it.
With like, you know, like something scandalous. So I was like, well, we're going there at 10 a.m. So I pull in and I got like the jitters and I was like, I'm not gonna drive through. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna suss it out, right? I'm gonna get a couple fun outfits to like bring back to Asheville and like surprise Chip with, right?
This is after you dropped your niece off at.
Yeah, she's in school.
I'm just checking checking the timeline is all.
I did my job. So I was like, I'm gonna go in there. Maybe I'll get a couple negligees, you know?
Yeah. I like that you're nervous, but also there's a person at 10 a.m. that's working the drive-through sex shop.
Tammy was fucking amped.
I've never met a Tammy that's not at a 12.
Tammy goes hammy at all hours.
At all hours.
Yeah.
Tammy should get some sleepy sometimes.
Tammy was 3 monsters deep, and she was like, she was just restocking the stockings. So anyway, I go in there, and it's like just, you know, you got your classics, your butt plugs, all your stuff.
Yeah.
But I just wanted the wall of cheap negligee, like undergarments, to where you're like, this is a one-time use. You know what I mean? Where you see that and you're like, no way I'm washing that and wearing it again.
Yeah.
You guys know the one, right?
Yeah, in this area of the audience, there was a noise that happened that was so like knowing, and like a lot of memories came up for whoever's in the dark shadows of that area, which is really nice to hear. It wasn't necessarily an agreement and not necessarily in denial, somewhere in between those areas.
This wasn't Tupperware, this was just a takeout box, you know? Like, it was just like a one-time use, it was gonna get soggy.
And it already doesn't do a great job to begin with.
So anyway, I'm perusing. And Tammy's like, you need some help out? I'm like, no, I'm just looking, thank you so much. And she's like, no problem, you let me know. You let me know what you're looking for. And so
Wait, this is through a drive-through.
No, I came in because I got too nervous to go through the drive-thru.
Okay.
It's a full-ass store.
Got it, okay.
Full ass.
Yeah.
So I go in there and I'm like, all right, I'll take this thing that might cut off my circulation. Like, fishnets are terrible.
Oh, yeah.
And this was a whole body of it. I truly looked like I was caught in a fishing accident.
It's an anxiety and panic attack in a costume.
But I also don't understand
It's an escape room for yourself and the other person when you start panicking because you couldn't figure out how to fucking put it on to begin with.
Yeah, but then, I mean, if you're fucking Wolverine, you can take it off. Like,
Yeah.
so I don't understand fishnets. I don't get it. I don't understand, like, when you're, there's a moment when, because I was a dancer when I was little, like, I took dance a lot and tap and everything. And I remember the first time they were like, and girls, we're gonna wear fishnets with this costume. I was like, I'm a woman. No, I was 7 dancing to Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy.
I mean, okay, look, I get fishnets for fish, but I think that's where we should draw the line.
Hello!
Right, but like, I feel like one horny like fisherman was like, this translates to this other community, but I'm like, where's crab traps? Where's fishing line? Where's the rest of the accessories for this?
Fishermen go into the ocean for very long moments of time. So I think there might have been a moment where they saw a fish in the net, and the way it did something, they were like, that's fucking sexy. Yeah. I'm gonna go sell these as tights.
That's the kind of shit I'm learning about in grad school, where inspiration comes from.
So I go check out, and I'm like, hi, Tammy, just these 2. She's like, you're good? Yeah, I'm like, I'm good. I go, so what's the deal with the drive-through? She go, oh, what about it? I go, well,
everything.
I was like, do they do the drive-through because, like, when they go through the drive-through, do they know exactly what they want? Because it's not like Burger King. There's not a menu. It's a whole fucking sex store. You know? I was like, do they pull up and they're like, purple butt plug and a blah, blah, you know, like, how specific do they get? And are they doing it because they don't want someone to see their car there? Solid questions, right?
No, super interesting. I would say that I assume if someone's going to a sex shop, they know exactly what they're looking for when they go in.
I didn't. I was like,
well, you said you knew that you wanted the disposable fish nets.
True, but here's the rub. If I would have gone through the drive-thru and been like, give me something slutty and a fishnet, there were 90 options.
But see, I would love to see what Tammy comes up
So
with.
I asked Tammy, I said, do they say a general thing?
Yeah.
And then you bring them stuff.
Private
and then you're
counter.
stuck at the drive-thru bringing them options all day. Like this is some fucking Devil Wears Prada shit,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Tammy was like, they get 3 times. She says, they tell me what they want, I bring them 3 things, that's it, no touching.
Wow.
She was like, if you say, I want a blah, blah, blah dild, you don't gotta touch it, and you get 2 more times to get it right. And I said, Tammy, I'm in fucking love with you.
Wow. Wow.
Isn't
Tammy
that-
has her dream job, and I'm really proud of her.
I am too. Give it up for Tammy, you guys.
Wow.
Well, I think those shows got weird.
Uh-huh.